Good afternoon, Marketing Cloud and Mia. I'm going to take you through a whiteboard presentation we've been working on with the team, which all of you are going to be enabled on over the next few months, and it really will help us spur our growth into next fiscal year. As our overall platform has grown more complex and the competition has increased, we felt it was really important for us to be able to articulate the overall Salesforce advantage messaging for Marketing Cloud. So I'm going to take you through it. We're going to cover a few different things. We're going to talk about the challenges our customers are facing. We're going to talk about the customer success platform, pull out a bunch of differentiators that we have, explain the no personalized engage message that we have as an organization, and then talk about next steps. So here goes. So when you go into a customer, there's typically 4 key challenges they're facing, and I see this all the time. Now, I'd advise that you go and look at their financial reports and look at their financial statements to pull out the nuggets that are relevant to them. But in summary, there are 4 things that all organizations have as challenges. The first one is they all want to increase revenue. Pretty simple, but typically top priority for all CEOs. Number 2, they want to improve their customer experience. And in turn, customer satisfaction. Number 3, they all have to deal with some sort of regulation. GDPR, for example, we know that one all too well. Number 4, want to improve operational efficiency. So do more with the resources they have or take cost out of the organization. So once again, cool. And you'll get lots of head nodding when you draw this up on the whiteboard in front of the senior executives. Now, we all know the context of this is that the consumer, this individual here, is getting much more demanding. And we published a report called The State of the Connected Customer in 2018. I really recommend you read it and bring it to your customers or send it to your customers. Because what it said, there are kind of 3 kind of key trends in this. One is the expectations of us, of consumers, is increasing. And I bought a connected tennis racket, and I can tell you my expectations are incredibly high with that device. And when it breaks, and when the brand doesn't know who I am, I get very frustrated straight away, right? So I'm one of these frustrated and connected consumers. The second thing that the report says is there are lots of questions around trust at the moment. Can you trust the brands with your data, and do you trust that brand to work with you, work with your data? The third piece that the report brought out was that there are lots of new channels that we can all engage on. And technology is having a big impact on how brands are having to go to market. So the good news for our consumers is they're facing these challenges. Here's what the consumer is doing. That is precisely why we bought and built the customer success platform. And we've been doing this for 20 years now. So if you think about what the customer success platform does, it's about connecting marketing, sales, service, communities, commerce, all these various different clouds that we have to connect with their consumers in brand new ways. And this is what we call the customer success platform. And if you think about brands who are doing this really well, we've got a great customer called Adidas that use service, use sales, use Marketing Cloud, use e-commerce, use communities, use DMP to connect with their consumers and increase their revenue, their stated aim, from 1 billion to 4 billion online. And so how does Salesforce meet these challenges? The first thing we're trying to do is connect the brand to their consumer. And take that consumer on a journey from unknown to known to in the moment. And the way we think about this at Salesforce is the first thing you want to do is know who that consumer is. And then you're going to personalize. And then you're going to engage. So when we talk about knowing, this is all about data. So your customer is going to have lots of different data sources. Tens and tens, potentially even hundreds, depending on the size of the organization. And they're really trying to figure out who you are as a consumer. So the way that we think about this and have thought about this is we made a big acquisition, a company like MuleSoft, one of our big differentiators. We know how difficult this is, whether it's CRM data or point of sale data or content or your digital asset management platform. This is really complex to do. So with MuleSoft, we have an API-based platform. It's so important we spent $6.4 billion on this, right? This is our biggest acquisition ever. And we want to bring all this content together to create a single customer view. We're also launching Customer 360, which will create a single customer ID for all your Salesforce instances. If you recall, with our DMP platform, we can also augment all these data sources with first and second party data. So we can help find incremental bits of information about your consumers with DMP, with first and augment your first party data, but also through Data Studio, we can get access to second party data with partners like Amazon, for example. So data is a really, really important part of your customer strategy, and we should spend time talking about it because we have an amazing portfolio of products that can support their data growth. The second part of the equation is personalization. So how do you take all this data and create a personalized message for us as a consumer? And we do this in two ways. We do it through a push platform and a pull platform. So this is around creating journeys. And the difference between these two is with Journey Builder, we create set journeys and we define those journeys with decision matrices in those, but they're set journeys. With Interaction Studio, which is a really big differentiator for us, the data and the consumer drive the journeys, and then you can look at which journeys are the most successful and then re-implement those into your business. So this is a really important part of our strategy. The final piece is the engage process. This is where we deliver messaging on multiple channels. So we have email, if I could spell it correctly. We have mobile, service, retail, so we could do in-store, commerce. So our ability to deliver messages at scale is unprecedented. So on Black Friday, we delivered 4.1 billion messages on this platform, which is totally unprecedented. So if any customer wants to know that we can deliver at scale, then this should be a good data point for you. And customers who are doing this well, Rituals is a great example. So they use DMP, Marketing Cloud, Commerce, Service Cloud, deliver a joined up experience across all these channels because they're an experienced brand. They want to make sure that all these channels feel the same, whether it's digital or in person. So they're using our platform to create that seamless joined up experience, regardless of which channel you engage with them on. Now, obviously, once you've got all this technology, you need to be able to manage it and analyze it. And we bought a technology called Datarama, which is our newest acquisition, a fantastic Israeli-based company that allows you to look at all these assets and figure out the effectiveness of your marketing campaigns from one single place, Salesforce or other technology products which might be in your enterprise. So once you've explained all this, also make sure that you call out our relationship with Google. This is going to increase over time. It's unprecedented. We're the only major marketing partner with this level of deep integration. You can orchestrate journeys from Google and actually see data from each platform. You can see data from Google in Marketing Cloud and data from Marketing Cloud in Google. So this is something we should definitely call out as a major differentiator. So once you've explained all this, you're probably going to know what to do, where to start. And there were two key items that I would suggest that you position with them in terms of next steps. First and foremost, explain that we can do a Spark. So a Spark will help them define the journeys, create a holodeck, show all this technology as if it were part of their organization and bring it to life and help them prioritize what the key journeys are going to be and the key campaigns to deliver business value. If that seems like a one step too far and they want to go deeper on some of the technology pieces, bring them into one of our Salesforce towers, one of our facilities, and talk about innovation. So set up an SIC, an innovation event, and go into a bit more depth, because probably not all of these things are going to be interesting to them at once, but you can bring in your executives, bring in your product experts, and give them an in-depth overview of our technology stack. So hopefully that gives you some simplification of our overall Marketing Cloud advantage. Good luck, try it out, test it. You'll get better over time, and I look forward to seeing it all in action.